Morning guys, today we're going to look at some food, dehydrated food to be more specific. So, dehydrated food guys, there's pros and cons with dehydrated food, you all know that. Are they as good as your mum's home cooked meal? Obviously not, but what they do is they enable you to go out, get your calories, and they weigh virtually nothing. So they do have obviously advantages. This one, it's adventure food. I've got some samples from the Dutch company Outdoorsportshop who kindly sent me these, so just letting you know that. And I'm going to test them. I do want to throw in a caveat. They do 2 meat-free meals, which is not this one, the Expedition Breakfast and the Farmer's Omelette. But for the sake of testing today, although I eat a plant-based diet, I'm going to test some of these and just see what they're like. Now, there are some dehydrated foods. In fact, perhaps the best known one, I know some people have had a few issues with, and there's been videos on that. This one, well, I'm going to try it. It's giving you 600 calories, so that's a decent amount of calories in something that weighs very little. Very clear instructions. They're in a multitude of languages: English, Dutch, German, Norwegian, the Scandinavian countries, Spanish, French. Okay, so simple to follow instructions. One thing I have noticed, I don't know if this is on other dehydrated foods, but one thing I do like about this, if you can see on the side the graduated lines here, you normally, obviously, you boil your water, take your oxygen absorber out, let it stand. And I've seen some people, they're like, "Ooh, I've put too much water in, it's a bit too sloppy, it's a bit too thick." With the graduated lines, basically the instructions say, add hot water up to line 7. So you don't need to worry about measuring your water the same. You know, you just fill it up to line 7, stir it, seal it up, and good to go. Like I say, I don't know whether other dehydrated foods have that. I've not seen them, if I'm honest. I think that's a good idea. I like that. It just makes it a little bit easier. You're not messing around quite as much. So, I'll show you the choices, and then let's eat something. So, some of the choices. We've got an Expedition Breakfast, we've got a pasta carbonara, the Farmer's Omelette, a pasta bolognese, a chili con carne, a chicken curry, a goulash, I'm guessing that will be beef, and a minced beef hot pot also. So there's some good choices there, guys, to suit most palates. I'm probably the exception, but you've got a couple of pasta dishes, you've got a couple of spicy dishes, you've got a traditional hot pot, you've got a curry, so you've got choices and options there. Okay, 2 pouches filled. Now we wait 8 minutes basically. One thing I did notice when I was talking about the Expedition Breakfast, I read the instructions and said fill to line 7. That is true. Each one is different depending on the product. This one, the pasta carbonara, you fill to line 9. So just make sure you read the instructions, but well, to be honest, it's not rocket science. Just take the oxygen absorber out, fill it with water, wait 8 minutes, and that's it. These both have 600 kilocalories, I know I said that. One of the things I do like about the dehydrated food is, well, obviously they're lightweight, obviously they're convenient, all dehydrated foods are. The good thing is you can work out your calories. So if you are someone, not that I am, but if you are someone who's completing long hikes and you need a certain amount of calories per day, it's very easy to just go 600, 600, 600 for example, and then your snacks in between. So you can put a couple of them together, or as many as you need for a day's activity. So yeah, the dehydrated foods I think do have their place. They're not as good as home cooked food. They couldn't possibly be as good as home cooked food, but they do have the place. So we'll do a taste test. One thing I will say is they do appear to be cheaper than some of the competition, because dehydrated foods can run expensive, especially if you're on a multi-day trip. these do appear to be cheaper than some of the competition, so something to be aware of. So, 8 minutes have passed. The expedition breakfast. Let's give it a taste test. Apple. Straight away. Nutty. Some nuts. I'll read it. That'll be easy. But I'm definitely getting apple. Okay, oats obviously, coconut oil, wheat, raisins, hazelnuts, apple. Only preservative is E220, so not loads of them. Tastes alright to me, that. Missing my mouth. I'm actually starving. It's about 1 o'clock and I've had no breakfast, so. That's alright, guys, actually. I like the apple in it. Nothing wrong with that. That's very similar to when you get the oats that you get at home. The little paper packets of oats that a lot of us use anyway. I use them at home. It tastes very similar to that, but with the addition of some apple and some nuts in it. And of course, if you've got trail mix with you, there's no reason why you can't do one of these and add some trail mix. Nope, that's good. In fact, I like that actually. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to scoff this, my breakfast. Okay, on to pouch 2, the pasta carbonara. It looks alright. Looks definitely cooked. I'll show you it. That's what it looks like, guys. Looks as though, well, it might be pepper actually. I don't know if it's pepper or chili. But let's give it a go. You know what? That's nice. That's actually nice. Right. I actually like that. If I was out on a day hike or wander in the woods, or even if you just want to keep it in your car as emergencies, you know, something like this would be ideal to put in the back of your car. You know, with a get home bag, or just for emergencies, you know, your car breaks down. Quite easy. A few of these in the back of the car. As you can see, I use the Highlander Fast Boil, a bottle of water, some tea and coffee. You can keep yourself fed and hydrated quite simply, and they weigh nothing, they don't take up much space, so ideal for the back of the car as well as day hikes. And this is actually really quite nice. It is nice. I mean, as a general rule, I don't eat cheese, but this isn't overly cheesy and creamy. I can taste cheese, obviously, but it's not massively. I think sometimes when you get, shall we say, an English version of a carbonara, it's not very accurate to what a carbonara is, whereas this is not overly creamy, overly cheesy. It's just got a nice flavour. I really like that. That's good. That gets a definite thumbs up. And I'm not just saying that, guys. If I didn't like it, I might not say it's bad, but I would say I don't like it. But I actually, well, you can see I'm scoffing it, right? That's well and truly gone. I generally thought that was really quite good, that. I enjoyed that. Is it as good as your local Italian restaurant? No, of course it's not. It's not meant to be. But I would be quite happy to take them on a day hike, have in the back of my car, and I wouldn't feel disappointed. Nothing wrong with that at all. Tasty, not too salty. I know a lot of them can be. I did try one, I can't remember the company, the brand, but it was very, very salty. Not too salty. I've just scoffed all that. That's 600 calories. Pretty good. Obviously, with it being pasta, it's quite a high carb. Ideal. Yeah, I'm full as a butcher's dog, as we would say in the UK. So, just want to say, yeah, I like these. These have their place. You wouldn't cook them for your evening meal when you're at home, obviously, but keep them in the car, put them in a hiking pack, or even a bug out bag. Good price. That one was tasty. I've got others to test. What I will do is, over the period of weeks, we'll try the others out and see how we go with them. But so far, so good. I think they're perfectly acceptable as a dehydrated meal. I don't think you would be disappointed with it. They're cheaper than some of the competition. So yeah, I'm good with these guys. I've not got a problem with them at all. I'd just like to say, obviously, thank you to the Outdoor Sports Shop in the Netherlands. They do stock these. They also stock the other Highlander products. You may or may not have noticed I use the fast boil and the Highlander spoon as a combination. One fast boil, one long spoon, one of those. You're good to go, really. I think I will probably, on a personal level, I will keep a few of these in the back of the car with a fast boil and a spoon. You're covered. Winter's coming, cars break down, snow drifts, whatever. Ideal, and they've got, I don't actually know what the storage, oh sorry, best before, right, we've got 3 years on this one. So 3 years, put them in the back of your car, forget about them. All good. So, if you like the vid, guys, give it a thumbs up. Do appreciate it. I appreciate it if you share it on your social media. My social media will be appearing on my left, but you're right, as someone kindly pointed out to me after the last video. And we'll see you next time.